Financial Leaders Realty Group. Thank you for joining this week's Tea and Crumpets. And today I have Isabella Sehuni. Thank you for joining us. And she is the Assistant VP and Mortgage Lender for River Bank and Trust. So thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, she drove all the way from Mobile, so we really appreciate you coming over here, so especially on a busy day like today. So tell us a little bit about yourself and River Bank.
Yes, so I joined Riverbank only about 6 months ago. Previously, I was a mortgage broker. So I worked on the broker wholesale side, and I've been a lender for about 4 or 5 years now as an originator. I did actually meet the team of Riverbank at a local broker open house. That's how I met one of my RMs. And we just kind of snuck off and talked. It was their event that they were hosting with another mutual realtor partner, and we kind of just were talking for about an hour. I had not heard of the company yet itself, but once I kind of spoke with them and met their team, I was like, this is it. This is who I want to work with, who I want to work for. So it was definitely a God thing, and it just worked out beautifully.
Well, that's awesome. And you said that you have been doing this for about 4 or 5 years, which I feel like that's you know, you hear people say, "Oh, I've been doing it for X amount of time," but you actually got in at a great time for learning.
For learning, yes. For production, no. It's been a tough ride.
Yeah, because the way I look at it is that there's been a lot of hoops that people had to jump through. I saw a huge learning phase. It's kind of like when I started selling real estate. My first deal was when a hurricane hit. So you know, it kind of. I felt like I was an uphill battle, but I learned so much in such a short amount of time. And I feel like this 5 years has been a great learning experience.
A learning experience, learning curves for sure.
Yes.
But you do in this industry. I think you learn every single day. Everything always changes. You get more knowledge.
For sure, it helps you in the problem solving arena. Yes, because it's an arena.
Problems to solve.
Yes, definitely. So, with that being said, you know, obviously y'all offer tons of different types of products for loans and such. So tell us a little bit about what you think, you know, my clients and just people watching can definitely benefit from.
Yes. So River Bank and Trust, again, founded about 19 years ago from our CEO, Jimmy Stubbs, a fantastic leader and mentor. But he created River Bank and Trust, and then we do have a River Mortgage Services division. So we have our portfolio size, so anything that's new construction, land, commercial, things like that, we do in-house, meaning we underwrite, we process, we fund in-house, so those loans stay with us.
Yeah.
And then on my side, on River Mortgage Services, we do work with investors. So like PennyMac, Renaissance, First Community Mortgage. So we work with their underwriters, their rates, their money is what funds your loan, and they're the servicer to your loan. But we do have a lot of different options with, you know, their guidelines, how they work again, and their rates. So I shop those with them.
Yeah, and that's great that y'all have those products, because you know the in-house portfolio loan that might not be the best fit for a client, but y'all are able to still branch out, see who actually has something.
And vice versa. If it's not
a
good fit on the secondary market, so like I do your FHA, VA, USDA conventional jumbo loans. We had talked about bank statement programs that we do. If anything like that doesn't fit, because you know we do work with Fannie, Freddie, you know, FHA guidelines. We can, you know, take it to the portfolio side and see if we can, as long as it makes sense, you know, we're going to try to find the best solution for the client.
I think that's awesome. So y'all definitely cater to what's best for them. And so with the portfolio loans, I mean, that's, for instance, I mean, y'all do all in-house underwriting process. I mean,
close in our conference room. We have our RMs in each office. So Karen Morris and Kyle Van Holzen, there are RMs, so our relationship managers that handle commercial, new construction, land. They're in our Mobile office. We have a great number of guys in Daphne, and all of our other offices. We're all across Alabama. So.
Yeah, and y'all are actually, you mentioned y'all were planning on putting a bank in Foley, or?
We haven't announced it yet, no, we're hoping to be in more presence in the Baldwin County area. We did just announce
maybe put some more pressure on them now that I just said that.
Yes, for sure. We're hoping so, because it's definitely a growing market. I mean, we are a growing, you know, community bank. With the things that we have achieved since we've opened. We do hope to be in Destin, Florida soon, so that has been kind of, you know, talks internally. So we are growing, and hopefully can offer, you know, a wide variety of solutions
For
for clients.
sure. Especially with the investment side. I mean, everybody that purchases here, even if it's a lot of clients of mine, they buy with an LLC, things of that nature. And so a lot of my clients are also 1099.
Right.
So when you mentioned the bank statements, it's nice that y'all have that product, because some people, you know, with the write-offs and things of that nature, that they might not be able to qualify for debt to income ratios with the conventional
taxes and how they file. Absolutely.
Exactly. And so you also have another specialty loan it's an FHA or lower down payment.
Yes, it is an FHA loan program. It's with one of our investors, First Community Mortgage. So, you know, FHA's minimum is 3.5%, 580 and above. This specific program, minimum credit score is 600, but what they do with that 3.5% is actually a second lien on your mortgage.
Oh, okay.
So it can be repayable or forgivable. Rate wise, I do like the repayable better. So it's gonna be obviously a little higher in rate, because they're giving you know money towards your down payment, so you're not having to be out of pocket that amount. But it's been very popular these days, especially with kind of the newer home buyers that maybe don't have money saved up. But
and
you
they
don't
buy
have
furniture,
right?
Things of that nature.
And they're just going out on their own, you know, 2,000 babies ready to purchase homes, and don't have much saved up. But you don't have to be a first-time home buyer to utilize this, and there's no income limit, so there's not a lot of restrictions for this, which I think makes a difference.
That is awesome. So just to recap, it's an FHA loan product, but the 3.5% down payment is not coming out of the borrower's pocket. It's actually going to be a second lien on the property.
Yes.
And for it to be repayable, the interest rate is slightly
repayable or forgivable after 10 years, so it's a 10-year term. The repayable is going to be just a little bit better in rate. So if I quote, I usually do that, but we can do the forgivable. But if you do refinance or sell before that 10 years, you're going to have to, you know, pay it back.
Pay it back. And when you say forgivable, that means it just falls off
after 10 years.
Oh, wow. So
pair that with seller concessions and you're good to go.
Wow, that's amazing. That with the FHA, that is strictly the FHA guidelines and such with the
FHA guidelines just qualifies if you were for an FHA loan. We enter that in as a second lien. And that's simple.
Well, and that's great because it's pretty much zero down, so to speak. Because USDA, there are loan limits.
Yes, there's
income limits.
Yes.
Thank you. I stand corrected.
Yes,
But income
household
limits.
income limits with USDA. You don't have that with this program.
And it's a 600 credit score.
Minimum 600. Yes.
And that's great. I think that's awesome, especially considering like with USDA, it's only Orange Beach doesn't apply, but FHA it doesn't matter.
Right. Exactly. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that is amazing. And so your current turnaround times on loans is typically the typical 30 days.
30-day contract dates. The pre-approval process itself, it is a full pre-approval, so I look at application, credit, income docs, taxes, W-2s, bank statements.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I look at it all in the beginning to, of course, mitigate, you know, anything at the end happening. So, you know,
no surprise. You try to eliminate surprises.
I try to. Sometimes they can come up, but
I get it.
But as long as, you know, they give, you know, me everything that I need up front, and we have the, you know, communication of, you know, what their goals are, what we're looking for. You know, pre-approvals can be, you know, as fast as a day, and then contract dates, you know, I know it's important to buyers and sellers to close, you know, within that time frame. So we're pretty good about, you know, that 30-day contract.
It is. And that's borrowers just need to understand, like, when y'all request something, try to get it to them as soon as possible. You know, so, and then on our end, you know, once we go under contract, we get an inspection done immediately. So that way, once we clear that contingency, we go, okay, y'all, please order appraisal.
Underwriting.
Exactly. Yes. So, well, I think that's awesome. I love the fact that FHA program that y'all have. That's amazing. And plus, you know, with the way the economy's been, and some people might fall behind, their credit might not be as great. So that's a 600 minimum. I mean, I feel like that's
definitely a plus.
It is, because there's a lot of banks out there that they say no. Even though FHA could be 580, we're only going to finance people who are 620 or so above. Right. So that's amazing that y'all are able to do 600 and above. That's a huge product.
Yes.
So.
And especially for again, secondary market has a lot of different loan options and programs. On the portfolio side, our minimum is 640, kind of like you talked about. Again. And we do that because you're
Well,
going to have better terms,
Well,
rates,
interest rate,
everything.
yes.
You know, income comes into play a
For
lot.
sure. I want to make sure you get paid back for the loan.
Right.
Your people,
My
your
investors
investors
want
want that. So, well, speaking of, what do you think sets you apart from other banks and mortgage companies, and why should people want to, use you and Riverbank and Trust?
Yeah. So, what I love about how we operate is our emphasis on people and culture. So it's not just transactionally based.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to be done with you in 30 days or 2 weeks or however long it is.
Yeah.
We do try to, cultivate that relationship, from the moment we start talking with our realtor partners, with our clients, with our banking clients. And I think that makes a difference in, their experience. Bigger banks, can kind of give you that, people to people relationship.
They can't. You're just more of a transaction.
Right. You're
number.
just let's check the box of how many deposits or how many CDs did we get or how many loans did we close. And for us, it's about finding the best solution for our clients and being an asset to, again, our partners and our clients, and seeing what we can do to be a part of their financial success.
I think that's amazing. I mean, customer service is key. Yes, I think the more we go forward and we see all these becoming a number, and then you actually meet with people who actually treat you like an actual person.
Right.
I mean, obviously my slogan is, I treat my clients like royalty, and I feel like that is such a big deal with the customer service, is to be there and be present for your clients.
And to know who you're talking to, not just 1-800 number. You go in and you call and you see the guy that you're calling at the front desk.
Yes,
so
and that can actually understand your accent and can understand their accent. So it makes a huge difference in being heard and understood. So I think that's amazing. Well, I really appreciate you coming and talking with us, and we're looking forward to working with you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yes, and thank you for watching, and we'll have her contact information at the end. If you have any questions, please give her a call.